Hi guys, what a morning. I've been trying to submit my book, Bethesda Star, The Return of the Queen, and I don't mean me, I mean the return of the divine feminine and the healing of the planet. And I was severely cyber stalked this morning. I was about 2 weeks ago. They did the most inane thing. They put helicopter sounds coming out of my computer, and only other targeted individuals would understand this. I did video it. I wish I had a better camera. I have a flip phone because, of course, they had hacked my other phone to the point I just threw it away. But the flip phone is less hacking, but it's not a good camera. If anybody has an old Android I could use just for collecting evidence, that would be great. They don't want my book out because my book's going to reveal Satanism in the child custody and the judges and the lawyers in Maine, systems in around the world. They do not want my book out. I can guarantee you that. So the war is on, and it's because I finished the book and it's going out there. And so I had this morning I was trying to submit it. They disabled my Google Drive, so Google isn't safe. The drive isn't safe. Cloud isn't safe. We know that for targets. I was just about to submit to a publisher, and the entire page went blank, and then some very bizarre addresses and information went into both the address line and the subject line. I flipped from one computer to the other. That's what I have. I've got two computers in front of me. I have to go back and forth. And both of them were completely taken over. There was a delete sign that kept beeping on one. So I was disabled on two. This was just I had a critical moment this morning when I finally got to submit, because I went and I did, I was able to find a draft of the copy and upload that, download that, copy and paste. They didn't want copy and paste. They wanted PDF, but I was like war zone trying to submit this submission for my book, which they don't want out. So it's like you're in a war, literally in a war, trying to do like things that anybody else can do in an hour. It will take me a week. So yeah, the war is definitely on. I had to leave my room. Both my computers, run into my daughter's room, upset her a bit. Say, I've got to use my computer, your computer, my two computers. Both of them are completely hacked, completely taking over. Everything's like beeping and buzzing and being wiped out. It's a miracle I did a simple submission. So let's see. A few days ago, I have a friend that's editing for me. I have one person that's doing long distance, another person that's in person, hard copies. So she came to my house. We went over the first 3 chapters, and sure enough, the fire engines are outside, right outside, and put on their, whatever they have, their little signals. And my friend's going, "What the hell is that?" She knows I'm targeted, but even when people know, they don't. It's like really hard to understand. And I knew, they don't want this book out. So they were harassing both of us. Every step I take, and now it's getting more and more critical. So hopefully, this is the book's gonna make it, and I'm going to see this information out in the world. It's incredibly important for children and humanity and the planet, and the elimination of this satanic cult that's running most of our world. So I just wanted to tell you, you cannot react. I was upset. I was certainly upset. I was sorry I upset my daughter. I was sorry I had to use 3 computers to send one simple email. I took some flower essence. This is rose. It really brings me to a sense of peace and, the divine feminine. I took 4 or 5 drops of this. You can get my flower essence through my website, BethesdaStar.com. I sprayed rose water into my energy field because when they were hacking, it was violent. It felt like it was coming out at me. it wasn't just the words, it was just everything beeping and flashing. And it was an attack on me too, physically. And so I just sprayed this all around. It's rose. Again, it's because I feel most comfortable in the divine feminine goddess energy. I use a lot of rose. And this is different. This is an essential oil in water, and this is a flower essence, which is really different. Actually, this is Trader Joe's. It's a facial toner, but I add more rose to it. Rose essential oil, so it's stronger. I'm about to put this crystal on my stomach because that's where it really gets to me, and amethyst will draw. So, I just healing myself every day. I also already smudged, but I'm going to do it again. And these are all things you can do in your home just to keep clearing your energy field, because it's going to keep building up and building up and building up. And pretty soon you're going to react in a way they want you to. If you're watching this video and you're not familiar with the term targeted individual, there are hundreds of YouTubes and websites now explaining it. It's no longer hidden or behind closed doors. It's a worldwide program of targeting of civilians who may have who are whistleblowers, peacekeepers, truth tellers, and just ordinary people. It's a big story, and I will do a video on that. But if you're confused about what I'm referring to when I say they, I'm going to do a video on that too. Basically, it's the deep state, dark military, Vatican-based, really worldwide system of, it's part of Agenda 21, essentially a surveillance system. And again, I don't want to go on and on. So if you're not familiar at this point, there's thousands, if not millions, of targeted people in the world. A couple other things I want to say. I tried to start the video series yesterday, and I spent 3 hours trying to figure out FaceTime, and now Google Hangouts. That's what I was first trying to do my YouTube series on shamanism on, because there's screen share. But apparently it took me a while, and I finally figured out that you can't do Google Hangouts unless you're a business or a school now. They've taken it off for personal. So that took up half my day. And then I tried Zoom, and I think that seems pretty good, but I can't recover the video that I made. So what I've just said, and I'm not technical at all. I have the hardest time with anything technical. So what I'm going to do is just use YouTube because it works for me, and do short videos, because I'm going to train you how to be a shaman, except for how special humans are. It's God-given power, and repressed, oppressed, eliminated throughout the centuries by religious opposition, political, because you're very, very powerful. You can journey into other worlds. You can do soul retrieval. You can do depossession, all the things I talk about. And mostly what I want to do is gather an army of shamans to go into the spirit world to untangle this mess of targeting. So we would be, by the end of this, I want you to be fully empowered with guidance and tools and knowledge and peace of mind and peace of heart, because you need that peace to do this work. And that's why I keep myself stabilized. But I believe the war is going to increase on me right now, because I am making headway. They've been able to, for 10 years, to continually sabotage everything. And at this moment, I'm fairly stable. I mean, they're doing things I'm getting hit every night, but I have a lot of protection at night, physical and spiritual. So what I'm going to do is start a series of shorter, maybe 20 minutes, YouTube videos, beginning with the basics of shaman, my teachers, the universal laws regarding shamanism. I'm going to teach you the basic terms: shamanic state of consciousness, lower world, upper world, middle world, power animals, spirit guides, the drum beat, the theta, and much more, because I would like to empower humanity. and I'm not giving you anything you don't already have inside. I'm just shining a light on it. And basically, in the very basic terms, shamanism is about, I'm going to, let's see, this is only 10 minutes so far. But that's all. I didn't just say what I had been through. The book, the submission is out. Probably have to do 10 more submissions. I don't know how I'm going to get I think that both of my computers are hacked. So I don't know if I can take my MacBook and just clean it back to a certain date, whether that will help. But please like this video if you like it. Please share with other targets. Subscribe and comment. I can answer a lot of questions about shamanism, herbs, flower essence. I'm taking turmeric every day this is turmeric tea. It's orange. For inflammation, and you're going to have inflammation if you're getting hit by directed energy weapons. I'm also taking deionized water, which will attach to radiation and pull it out. And again, I'm using rose water, which is twice as powerful with the rose essential oil that's in it. Flower essence, sage, and right now this crystal is absorbing whatever they emoted to me when they were cyber hacking. I can answer all kinds of questions like that. Again, if anybody can suggest a good way for me, I'm going to collect evidence. I think I'm going to fill out an affidavit with Dr. Horton for a class action suit. Like I said, I think it's important to keep working on the physical, but if we can untangle this on the spiritual level, it's going to just disappear on the physical, because everything is empowered by the spiritual. As above, so below. But I'm not discouraging anyone from doing the trench work. As slow as, a turtle. Whereas, spiritual, when you untangle something on the spiritual level, it's lightning fast. But you just have to recognize your power. You can go to my my website, BethesdaStar.com, for flower essence, healing work, workshops. I'm only going to work with a few people at a time in person. I am going to hopefully work with a lot of people online. So lots of love and blessings. And yeah, let's get ready. I think we're going to tip the scales in our directions. Lots of love.